This tiny lakeside village looks like it belongs in a fairy tale. Imagine a place tucked snugly between the steep forested slopes of the Austrian Alps and the glassy surface of a long, deep lake. Hallstatt is that place, a real-life storybook setting that seems almost too perfect to be true. When you see it for the first time, it's easy to understand why so many people are enchanted by its charm. The air feels crisp and clean, carrying the faint scent of pine from the surrounding mountains. The quiet stillness is broken only by the gentle lapping of water against the shore, or the distant melodic chime of church bells echoing across the valley. It's a scene that invites you to slow down and simply breathe it all in, a true escape from the noise of the modern world. From high above, a drone's view reveals the village in all its glory. You can see the slender, elegant steeple of the Lutheran church, a landmark that pierces the sky and stands as a beacon over the cluster of tightly packed houses. These homes, with their dark wood and steep roofs, huddle together along the narrow strip of land by the water. In winter, a soft blanket of snow dusts every surface, turning the entire scene into a magical monochrome wonderland. The lake, Hallstatter See, acts as a perfect mirror, reflecting the dramatic mountain peaks and the quaint architecture with stunning clarity. This perspective shows just how isolated and protected the village is, cradled by nature in a way that feels both grand and intimate at the same time. Hallstatt's story is as deep and rich as the salt mines that gave it life. This is not just a pretty village, it's one of the oldest continuously inhabited settlements in Europe. Its history stretches back over 7,000 years, all because of a precious natural resource buried deep within the mountain: salt. In ancient times, salt was the equivalent of white gold, a vital commodity for preserving food essential for life. The immense wealth from the salt trade allowed a sophisticated culture to flourish here, long before Rome. The Hallstatt culture left behind artifacts giving historians a window into Europe's Iron Age. Walking through Hallstatt, you walk through layers of history. The ground beneath your feet has been shaped by generations of miners. Look to the mountain that looms over the town. For centuries, miners ventured into dark, labyrinthine tunnels to extract salt. Today you can follow their footsteps at the Salzwelten, the world's oldest salt mine. Down in the village, life and death are told in a startling way. Tucked behind the Catholic parish church is the Beinhaus, the bone house. These skulls were then neatly arranged on shelves in the charnel house, a lasting memorial for families. There's a reason why every photo of Hallstatt looks like a perfect postcard. The village is a masterpiece of harmony between human creation and natural grandeur. It sits on the western shore of the Hallstatter See, a long, fjord-like lake that carves its way through the Salzkammergut region of the Austrian Alps. The geography itself dictates the village's unique layout. Squeezed onto a tiny sliver of flat land between the towering mountains and the deep water, the houses seem to climb over one another up the steep hillside. This constrained space forced builders to be creative, resulting in a charmingly compact and vertical townscape that is unlike anywhere else in the world. The architecture is a key ingredient in Hallstatt's visual magic. The traditional wooden houses cascading flower boxes, intricately carved balconies. Many of these buildings date back to the 16th century, their weathered timber telling stories of the centuries they have withstood. The iconic Lutheran church, built in the 19th century, provides a stunning focal point with its graceful, needle-like steeple. Its reflection shimmers on the lake's surface, creating a breathtaking, symmetrical image. The narrow, winding streets are free of cars, allowing you to wander peacefully and discover hidden stairways and charming courtyards at your own pace. Exploring the village heart. The immense tourist appeal of Hallstatt stems from simple, rewarding activities. They let visitors connect with its beauty and history. One favorite pastime is simply walking, strolling through the Marktplatz, Market Square framed by colorful historic buildings. It feels like stepping back in time. Follow the Seestrasse, the lakeside path with continuous views of water and mountains. People come to slow down, to meander through alleyways, to find that perfect bench and absorb the peaceful atmosphere. The village is small enough to explore on foot in a few hours, yet charming enough to keep you captivated all day. Getting out on the water gives a different, essential perspective. Rent a small electric boat or a traditional wooden rowboat. Glide silently across the lake for a front-row view of village and peaks. This is how you get the iconic wide-angle Hallstatt photo. Explore local culture in small, fascinating museums. Photography is a main draw. Visitors come to make memories, capture the magic, and share Hallstatt's beauty. Section 5. Your visit to a dream. To make the most of your trip to this enchanting village, a few practical tips can help you navigate the crowds and enhance your experience. The best times to visit are during the shoulder seasons: late spring, May, June, early autumn, September, October. During these months, the weather is typically pleasant, the summer crowds have thinned out, and the natural scenery is at its most beautiful. To avoid the peak season rush, try to arrive very early in the morning before the tour buses descend, or stay later in the evening after they have departed. Getting to Hallstatt is part of the adventure. If you're traveling by public transport, the most scenic route involves taking a train to the Hallstatt station, which is located on the opposite side of the lake. From there, a small ferry, the Stephanie, is timed to meet the trains and will carry you across the water directly to the village center. This arrival is truly special and offers the best first impression. If you choose to drive, be aware that the village core is a car-free zone. You will need to use one of the designated parking lots on the outskirts of town and walk from there. To truly escape the crowds and immerse yourself in the local atmosphere, consider staying overnight. While day trippers fill the streets from mid-morning to late afternoon, the evenings and early mornings are remarkably peaceful. Staying in a small, family-run guest house or a lakeside hotel allows you to experience Hallstatt as the locals do. Ultimately, Hallstatt is a place that asks for your respect. It is a living community, not just a tourist attraction. By being a mindful traveler, sticking to public paths, keeping your voice down, and supporting local businesses, you help preserve the charm and tranquility that drew you here in the first place. If you learned something new, hit like and subscribe.